Welcome to Fertile Futures. My name's Sage. Thanks so much for joining us if you have today. Okay, here I am, a single person who's well over 30, and I'm thinking my eyeballs are just expanding at the thought of the options available.
Book you were talking about before, the surrogacy stories book, that's sort of one thing we encourage a lot of our intending parents to read, because it's got lots of stories from singles and same-sex couples in there about their journeys, to just give you an understanding of what you could be going through. The organisation sort of is here to support intending parents, whether they're single or couples or gay or heterosexual, in navigating family building pathways.
I love how the end of the year is such a joyful time to be talking about life in general. Everyone seems to be a little bit more conscious and switched on about what's going on in our minds and how we can make changes in our lives.
All kinds of things that go into sort of this complicated route to parenthood. Yeah. And it's rewarding.
Yeah, and when I talk to people who are going through this process, it seems that it's not always the first attempt that's successful.
Yeah, that's right. And look, when I do an initial consultation with people, I'll tend to try and look to see what they've done before already. Some people have done, many rounds of IVF unsuccessfully, perhaps using their own eggs. I've got to remind lots of women that after the age of 35, your own egg quality declines rapidly, and it might be the case we're going to move on to donor eggs. Many of our singles need donor sperm as well.
And on that note, who would have thought that there were going to be options available to us?
Women just aren't ready to have a child at a certain age, so we encourage them sometimes to make embryos early, because they make those embryos when they're, between 30 and 35, that's great.
And that our biological clocks weren't going to be something that was counting down and limiting our options.
Options are to make eggs early, because many of the women we deal with don't come to us until they're sort of late 30s or 40s. And by then, it's often too late with their own eggs.
And who would have thought a single person like me, who is, getting on in her life, would be able to talk to someone about what my options are in regards to having a child?
And many women these days, do decide they want to put their career first.
My own, that is very liberating, because, finding a partner's not always that easy.
And they, get on with that, they develop a good career, and then suddenly they look at their body clock and think, oh my God, I'm 35, I'm 39, what am I going to do? And that's where they come to us. There's a limited number of egg donors available here in Australia, where we're headquartered. And so, some clinics can provide donors, but they might say it's a year-long wait for a donor, or sometimes more, for them to offshore donor pools. And that's commonly in places like the USA, in Greece, in Spain, South Africa, are countries that have sort of, large pools of donors. Some of those countries will allow you to see pictures of the donors, others won't.